Hey everyone, PincheAls here, and welcome on today's episode of PincheAls Garage. And on today's episode, we're going to learn how to make a breather hose using Evo Energy AN fittings and CPE hose. So let's get to work, because this is PincheAls Garage. Tools needed for your job today is going to be an AN wrench, or AN fitting wrench, and then an AN vise style press here. We're going to be working with AN10 CPE fittings for this application. We have 90 degrees and straights that we're going to be working on. Depending on how you want to route stuff, always have a variety of different style fittings to make the job easy for you so you can route this correctly. On the vise setup, you're going to use the AN10 die. There's going to be two sizes for this die if you get this style tool. There's a big side and a small side to it. The big one goes in right here. The funnel portion, as you can see, there's like a smooth funnel, is what's facing outwards, and then the square portion fits inwards inside the actual tool here. Now this is a tight fitting tool, so when you put your, when you separate the end for your AN fitting, you're gonna separate it and you're gonna have like the tapered side facing forward. Like I said before, this sucker fits pretty tight, so you do have to kind of push it in there. You're gonna turn, lock it in place, and then what I like to do is give myself about a half a turn or a full turn of space here. You're gonna get this started just like this, and you're gonna clamp down your hose. Get a good tightening, and then if everything else works correctly, we have the hose, the die all in the vise, and then we're going to grab and we're going to crank until the hose bottoms out. Once you feel it bottom out, take the vise here, unlock your hose. There you go. And then backtrack it a couple turns. Unlock it. Pretty tight, so. If everything's good, it should be pressed in all the way inside of your fitting here. Once you have done that, then the next step is to mate the two pieces together. So now it's time to mate the two pieces together. Now you can do this a couple ways. My recommendation is to back your die up all the way back if you want to. You can unscrew the die off of your tool set right here. If you want some extra room, this is a large piece of hose that we're working with, so this just helps with the space that we need. You can go all the way over here and put this guy just like this in the vise. You're going to grab your 90 degree, and you're going to grab this end and this end at the same time, push, and give it a couple turns. If it works, loosen it by hand, take it out, and this is where you want to grab and hold this end nice and snug and start pushing in and turning. Now you always want to start these by hand before you get the wrench involved. The reason for this, you want to make sure the threads go in beautifully. Okay? One thing that is possible, that can happen, is that this guy can start backing out. So this is where the clamp comes into place. You grab your clamp and you kind of hold it right on the edge, not too much. And all you're trying to do is just so you're preventing this from backing out too much. If that doesn't work, you can open it up again, and then you can lock this end, giving you a different option here. It depends on the size of the hose that you're going to be working with. And then we can start using the wrench to tighten this down. Now the whole point of this tool is so when you insert the hose, you don't get fraying and the nylon coming out of it. The rest of it is up to you and how you work the rest. So just a heads up. And then just keep going until you get to the end of this. Once the bit bottoms out, you officially have gotten your first fitting made. Almost to the end. Now, this little vise is designed to be mounted on an actual vise, which I don't have yet because it's a work in progress on my workbench. But this is still working. There we go. As you guys can see here, this beautiful fitting is now done. No fraying, super clean, all the way bottomed out like it's supposed to be. Even squared with the actual fitting here. And you'll notice this piece right here, again, like I was saying before, this is a swivel end, so we can rotate this and actually be able to finish the job beautifully. So now we're going to do another one on the other end, which is a straight fitting right here. Well, hopefully you guys are following along and enjoying this DIY. We're going to put our die bracket back in, and we're going to do a straight piece now. Now I'm actually reusing these hoses because the fittings, mainly because these don't carry heavy pressure. They're just breather hoses, so I'm not overly concerned for any type of leaks, just because they don't leak kind of like the way like a high pressure hose would do. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys understand that, but it's a low pressure feed. It's just the venting from the crankcase and from the valve cover. So we're going to finish our line right here, the one we just made. Take off that. Lock our die in. And then give it a couple little cranks. Everything went well. It should be bottomed out. Beautifully. You can push it down a little bit more if you like, but this is kind of the idea. We want the bottom of the hose to meet the lip that's inside of here. I know it's hard to see it, but you'll see what I mean as you keep going down, and just look right inside. You'll notice there's a little lip on the inside of here. Once you hit the bottom of that, we are officially at the bottom of this. And next is to press this in and tighten it down. So again, going to remove the die right here. Because we don't need this inside of here, just to make space. We're going to lock this in place. Get this guy, the other end, started. And remember, you want to always start them by hand. Never start them with the tool, because you don't know if you're going to get them in nice and even. So that's kind of the rule, I guess, the unspoken rule. Gonna have to do it like this instead right now. All right, got it started. Hopefully it didn't strip. No, okay. Whew. Thought I stripped it. Again, this is where your tedious part comes in. You're gonna go back and start, go back. You can do a couple of turns by hand off the vise just to get the thread started. That's great. And then I'll show you guys what to do next. Back at here, so I was able to hand tighten this a couple turns. Like I said earlier, you want to try to start the threads a few times before you get it back on the vise, and to hold it, like to lock it down. Then get your AN10 wrench here, and then start cranking it down. Now what you're going to feel is the hose kind of rotate. That's why we're holding it down right here and cranking at the same time. If you have someone with you, this part would be very beneficial to have a buddy with you holding the hose while you crank it down. But if you're by yourself, it's no big deal. Just squeeze tight and go. finally done. There we go. You guys can see, beautiful. Same goes for this guy right here. Came out great. So now this is my breather line for my crankcase. I cut the one for my valve cover right here. We're gonna do that one next. The install is pretty straightforward. This is why I love AN fittings. The straight one right here on top. We'll give you guys a close-up when we get to that. Just like that. And then the bottom right here. Don't hand crank anything yet until you have your placement. But you'll see all my lines and fittings are fitting right here. And it goes to this catch can. Let me give you guys an up close view of everything right now. So now we're working with what's left. So you'll see here that AN fitting there, all the way down to that catch can, to there, down to the breather, the crankcase breather. And then that, now I have a bracket that I made for this oil catch can to be mounted right by in front of the headlights. That's why it's sitting like that, but that's the idea of the whole setup on that side. You guys see I made my AN lines for my fuel system all the way to plug into factory press-in fittings right here. There you go. Those are factory style press-in fittings. So those are called quick disconnects for fuel lines. They just slide on just like on the Mark IV, and that's it. So hopefully this DIY will help you guys out in the future. We are going to be offering the breather hoses on my online store and the fuel lines on my online store. If you don't want to make them yourself, I will be hand making all of these for everyone if you're interested. Thank you for watching this episode of PincheAls Garage. As always, we're going to break, fix, and repeat. Peace out. Have a wonderful day.